How are we today? How are we this week? Happy Monday to everyone. Always. Before we start, massive shout out to everyone that likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Um, Contributes a lot to the channel. I do appreciate it. And hope you have an amazing start to the week. Not been too bad for us. The football went our way on the weekend, however. Um, didn't go quite the way as expected for, Tottenham fans. That's why we're here today to delve into Ange Postecoglu and how much time has he got left. He's on thin ice at the minute with Tottenham fans, as we can see. I could see the video on Twitter before of him arguing with the fans that was saying, "You're going to take us down, with you?" And all that. He comes back out the tunnel and goes, "Who said that?" And then the fella just completely bottles it. But I'll put that video on in a sec. We're going to speak about, what is going wrong with Tottenham. Seriously, like, they are crawling ever so closer to a relegation battle by the looks of it. And that was not on the cards, given the amount of injuries that they have as well, which is, obviously a factor. It always is. It happens to every team. Do you know what I mean? Got to get on with it. But, we're going to go into depth about that. But before we start, anyway, smash the likes up always. Smash the likes up, and we're on the road to 400. Yeah, man. Got bullied by the bots yesterday. Went from 388, 89, something like that. Massive spike to 40, 402, 403, something like that. And then the bots got exterminated today, which is great to see. We don't need any of that suspicious bot activity on YouTube. But yeah, and Postecoglu anyway. So last season was decent for them. Better than what they have been previously. Things were looking good. They were happy with the football, the style. They thought they were going in a direction, a positive one, and obviously this season it's all come crashing down. Granted, the amount of injuries that they have, and let me just double check them anyway. They are injury struck this season, but look, as we know, everyone gets injuries. It's just, it's just part of the game. It's what happens. Sometimes you can have a massive injury list, a minor one. It doesn't really matter. It happens. It happens. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of that can what a factor of that with having a lot of injuries may be how intense your training is, your style of play, how much you're overloading the players with training, stuff like that. There's loads of factors, or just injury-prone players as well. Do you know what I mean? But looking at their list at the minute, yesterday's game against Leicester City at home, which they lost, by the way, after being 1-0 up at half-time, with Charleston scores the header. Second half, Vardy, El Khanous comes out, puts them in the lead, and that's it. Tottenham didn't really look like scoring, really. I mean, Leicester just dropped very deep that game, deeper and deeper as time went on. But obviously Tottenham couldn't find a way through. And, no real change in their approach after going 2-1 down, which was, you'd say it's quite concerning, especially if you're a Tottenham fan. But, yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, the players out yesterday. Jed Spence, Vicario, Romero, Udogi, Van de Ven, Brennan Johnson, Solanke, Timo Werner, and Odegaard. Oh my God, that is a heavy injury list. Obviously, that is one of the issues why they are where they are in the league at the minute. Down in, 15th or something like that? And Everton are right on them. Yeah, let's see, Everton 1 point behind with a game in hand, which is obviously the derby. Tottenham haven't scored 46 goals and conceding 37, so they can score a lot of goals, people, but obviously they concede a hell of a lot. Again, injuries, but the manager, is he naive with his tactics? He's not willing to change. He said multiple times in press conferences where he's getting asked the same question constantly. He's turning around going, I'm not willing to change. I'm not going to change. Why would I? I'm sick of answering the same thing every, time and time again. And he ain't changing. The high line ain't changing. He's putting Dragasine up the pitch, mate, trying to do the high line. Nonsense. Not working. Every team's exposing it. I remember when he did it last season when I think it was Chelsea, and he went down to 9 men. My guy was still playing a high line, and if Chelsea had proper finishers, they could have scored more than 4 goals in that game. So, make that of what you will. But 7 wins, 3 draws, 13 losses. Positive 9 goal difference, but you're down in 15th. That is absolutely crazy. And look at the form that they've been on as well. I'm going to share my screen real quick, people. We're just going to have a little look anyway. Do you know what I mean? About Tottenham. Postecoglu. Like, what is he doing? What's he playing at? So this season, we'll go back to the start. Why not? 1-1 with Leicester first game, 4-0 against Everton, 2-1 loss to Newcastle, awful game. 1-0 loss to Arsenal, awful game. And then they go on a decent little run. Beating teams that, they really should be beating, let's be honest, no disrespect. West Ham under Lopetegui, absolutely awful. Obviously, no direction or style of play with them. Just fix that. Nah, don't like that. Yeah, that'll do. Right, anyway. Yeah, West Ham 4-1. Man United 3-0. They were like under Ten Hag, absolute disgrace. 1-0 against AZ Alkmaar. 3-1 Brentford, 2-1 Coventry. I think they were losing that game. I think they were winning the Brighton game 2-0 actually. And lost that 3-2 in the second half, I think it was. Unbelievable. Palace 1-0 defeat. Obviously, I think this is before the massive injury crisis started. It was just kind of slowly building up over time. So yeah, 2-1 win against City, 4-1 Villa, 3-2 Galatasaray, now the 2-1 Ipswich, that was a red flag right there. That's where the alarm bells started going off, because I think that was Ipswich's first win of this season. Yeah, and it come at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That was unbelievable. Then, after the break, they go to the Etihad and win 4-0, which was just absolutely crazy. What a masterclass that was that day. 2-2 with Roma, 1-0 Fulham, 1-0 Bournemouth, 4-3 Chelsea. They were also winning 2-0 that game. Honestly, even in that Chelsea game there, where is the game management? Where is the game management? You're 2-0 up. Obviously they went 2-0 up quite early on. But what's going on there? How have they fumbled that? How did they fumble 2-0 away to Brighton? How did they do it? Manager being naive? Is it the players? Is it a mentality thing? Well, obviously it might be a mentality thing. We've seen this at Tottenham for years with the mentality. How much they crumble. Do you know what I mean? When they're in decent positions. That's why they're known as serial bottlers. It stems from the owner. I can see where the frustration's coming from. Look, the big dispute online, is it Ange? Is it Daniel Levy? It's a bit of both. It's got to be. Daniel Levy, who did he sign in the summer? Was it Solanke? And I think, did he get Werner on loan again? Or on a permanent deal? I'm not too sure. Archie Gray, great signing, by the way. He's been one of their best players this season, along with Bergwijn. Of course. It's always the FM Wonder Kids, people. Only messing. But yeah, Daniel Levy, why have they not signed anyone this window? If he truly believes in his manager, then he should back him, shouldn't he? He should back him if he believes in him. If he reckons he's the right man to take him forward, back him, give him the players that he needs, give the fans something to cheer about by having a good window. But obviously, we haven't seen any activity so far. The date is now January the 27th. They ain't got anyone this window, have they? That can just go straight into the first team anyway. They haven't. And, it's going to catch up, man. And that's where I can understand the frustration from the fans, and then bringing banners to the matches, wanting the change of ownership, which, I completely understand. Completely understand it. But, if this owner ain't backing the manager, then get rid. If you truly don't believe in him, that he's the right man to take you forward, then get rid. That might be what's happening, people. But personally, in my opinion, I don't feel like Ange will get the sack just yet. I feel like if we knocked him out the cup next Thursday, that could be it then. Done. Benito. One of them. That's just my opinion anyway. But, it could happen today. It's currently 10-2 in the afternoon. News hasn't come out yet, people, so, could happen soon. Back onto the fixtures anyway, or the results, sorry. Rangers 1-0. Southampton 5-0, which is pretty obvious, let's be honest. Southampton are terrible. Man United 4-3 in the EFL Cup quarter-final. 6-3 to us. Frustrating game. Forest 1-0 away. Wolves 2-2, who've been absolutely woeful. Newcastle 2-1, been an amazing run. Beat us in the Cup 1-0. That didn't surprise me one bit, because we were awful that game. Tamworth 3-0. Tamworth took them to extra time. They were 0-0 in that game, and they weren't even good. Weren't good at all. Tamworth even had a couple of chances. Even had a penalty shot at the end of the game. They were quite unlucky, but, it wasn't to be. Arsenal 2-1 in the derby again. Another game where they were 1-0 up and bottled it. Everton 3-2. They were 3-0 down, that one, I believe. Hoffenheim. And then Leicester. And I predicted a 2-1 win to Leicester yesterday. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Seen it, people. I've seen it. Go back to the watch along. Skip to the very start. and you will see me talking about Leicester winning the game 2-1. Even when Tottenham were 1-0 up, I was like, yeah, Leicester will still come back and win. And that's exactly what they've done. Exactly what they've done. So we're going to go into this video on Twitter now, of the one that's been going around, of the fans expressing their concern, should we say, and the manager has his reaction. I shall present it to you now, people.
You're gonna fucking take us down! 3 days down with you!
You're not lean over.
Fucking fuck off!
Just asking you not to lean over.
You said that.
I'm asking you not to.
Down with you! Down! Fucking take us down! 3 days down with you!
So that's why he's come out, because that fella said we're going down with you, you're going to take us down. That's exactly why he's come back out the tunnel.
Fucking fuck off!
Just asking you not to lean over.
You said that.
I'm asking you not to.
Or it might have been the fan telling him to F off. Excuse the language, people. Yeah, crazy. What is going on at the minute? Like, all this beef with his own fans and all that. Look, for me, I thought Postecoglu was all right. Thought he'd done an amazing job at Celtic, but he's obviously come over to the Premier League. I had an all right first season. It was all right. Obviously, they finished off terribly. Terrible results, conceding a lot of goals. And maybe that was the red flag going into this season. Not willing to change his style of play, naive, high line against anyone. Maybe that was like a bit of a warning sign going into this season, in my opinion. I like him. I think he's funny. I think he's great sense of humour. He's not bad, but it's a brutal league. It's a brutal game as well. You got to be willing to adapt and change. And I feel like, obviously, if we knock them out the cup next Thursday, it could be curtains. It really could. That's what I feel like they'll give him, because obviously he's given everyone his word at the start of the season, saying, I always win a trophy in my second season. Something along them lines. I didn't think I got it word for word, the exact quote, but I believe that's what he said. Well, it is on there anyway. Pretty much the same. But, he's got it all to do, hasn't he? He's in the semi-final, second leg. If he goes out, do you think he's going to beat Villa away in the FA Cup to go through? Do you think he's going to win the Europa League? Don't know, people. It ain't looking good, though. 15th in the league. Not far off from being drawn into a relegation scrap. They're really not. Everton's right there. Actually, let's go to the table dead quick before we finish off. Let's have a look. Like 15th place. Everton 1 point behind, game in hand. Leicester, the team that beat them yesterday, 7 points behind. Oh dear. Wolves 8 points behind. Same with Ipswich. A lot can happen in a couple of weeks. And what fixtures have they got coming up as well? Look, couple more losses, couple wins for the teams below them there. It could be very dangerous. Elfsborg, Europa League. Brentford away. Brentford are tough at their ground, we know that. Us in the club, Villa, Man United, Ipswich, Man City. See, you don't know, do you? You don't know. Ipswich will be up for that, mate. Ipswich will be so up for that. Because Ipswich know if they can win that game, Tottenham is closer to the relegation zone. This will be absolutely hilarious if it happens, people, but I don't think it will. I think, the players will start to come back. They might get a little bit of form going again, because obviously we know they can score goals. We've seen he scored 40 odd in the league, 47, I think. No, 46, sorry. Yeah, so obviously they've got players up front who can cause damage. Of course, we know that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, I just want to do that quick video there. Well, quick anyway. Nearly 15 minutes. What's going on there? Yeah, I like to make them short and sweet, but obviously it was a good conversation. But yeah, I'm going to bounce there anyway. I stream maybe coming tomorrow. Liverpool chat with a few Liverpool fans on the panel. If not, obviously the watch along is there on Wednesday and Saturday, Sunday as well. Yeah, man. We'll put as much content out there as we can. And anyone that's tuned into this video to watch, I do appreciate you. Big love to everyone that likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Legends, the warriors. And I'm off anyway. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, people. Peace out.